Today we'll look into some questions of JEE 2020 January session. Okay. Now we will look into some questions based on differentiation. Let's take the first example. The first example states, let f of x is a 5-degree polynomial which has critical points x equal to 1 and x equal to minus 1. And the limit x tends to 0, 2 plus f of x upon x cube is given as 4. Then which of the following is incorrect? Now first of all, f of x is a 5-degree polynomial. Okay, so we have to assume a polynomial which contains the highest degree as 5. We'll assume f of x to be ax raised to 5 plus bx raised to 4 plus cx cube plus dx square plus ex plus f. Okay, so there are 6 different coefficients which we need to find, ranging from a to f. Okay, now let us see what is the first statement which is given, that is limit x tends to 0, 2 plus f of x by x cube is equal to 4. Now if I substitute f of x, the value of f of x in this equation, you can see there are 3 terms which we get which contain x in the denominator, that is d upon x, e upon x square and f upon x cube. Now as we substitute x equal to 0 in these limits, the value of those 3 variables won't be defined. Okay, so the equation does not contain the last 3 variables. So striking out these 3 coefficients, I just have 3 coefficients which are left, that is a, b and c. Okay. Now if I substitute x equal to 0, I directly get the value of c to be 4. So now our polynomial is ax raised to 5 plus bx raised to 4 plus 2x cube. Okay. Now we just have to find out a and b. For this, the critical points, that is x equal to 1 and minus 1 is given. Critical points, the extreme values, the maxima and the minima is given to us. Now how do we find the maxima and the minima? By taking derivative of the function and equating it to 0. So that is what we'll do. We'll take the derivative of f of x, that is 5ax raised to 4 plus 4bx raised to 3 plus 6x is equal to 0. Okay. Now we'll substitute the value of x as 1 and minus 1 in these equations, and what I'll get is 2 equations in terms of a and b, and solving them I'll get the values of a and b. Okay, so b comes out to be 0 and a comes out to be minus 6 by 5. So once I get a, b and c, all the coefficients, I can state that the polynomial is minus 6 by 5 x raised to 5 plus 2x cube. Now once we know the value of f of x, you know how to find the maxima and the minima, right? We have to differentiate it twice. Once we differentiate it twice, we'll substitute the value of x as 1 and minus 1. If we get a positive value, that's the minima. If we get a negative value, that's the maxima. Okay. So the answer for this one is f of x is maximum at x equal to 1 and minimum at x equal to minus 1. So whenever these type of questions are given, we have to assume a polynomial given degree and we have to apply the conditions to find out the coefficients. Now we'll look at a similar type of question. Okay. This question states f of x is a 3-degree polynomial for which f dash of minus 1 is 0, f double dash of 1 is 0, f of minus 1 is 10 and f of 1 is 6. Okay. So these are the 4 conditions which are given, and you can see f of x is a 3-degree polynomial. So we have to assume f of x to be ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d equal to 0. Okay, the highest power should be 3. Now first of all, we have a second derivative at 1 equal to 0. So what we'll do is we'll differentiate it twice and we'll equate it to 0 and we'll substitute x equal to 1 and equate it to 0. So by doing this, I get a relation between b and a. I get b is equal to minus 3a. Okay, so this is one of the relation which we have got. Next, the first derivative. In the first derivative, I have to substitute x equal to minus 1 and equate it to 0. Okay, so if I take the first derivative, substitute x equal to minus 1, the value of b is already known, that is minus 3a. Okay, and I'll get the value of c as minus 9a. Okay. Once we have done that, now moving on to the original function, that is f of x. Now 2 values are given, f of 1 and f of minus 1. Okay. So by substituting value of x as minus 1 as well as the values of b and c and equating it to 10, I'll get the value, one equation in terms of a and d, and by substituting the value of x equal to 1 and equating it to 6, I'll get another equation in a and d. Solving these two equations, I'll get the value of a and d, and once I get the value of a, I can find the values of b and c as well. Okay, so by finding out all these coefficients, I'll get this polynomial, and if I get the polynomial, you know how to find the minimum of the equation. Which were asked. One was finding the value of c if LMVT is given. Okay, in this question, the polynomial is already given. We have to find the value of c. Okay, below the formula for the LMVT, that is f dash of c is equal to f of b minus f of a upon b minus a. So using that formula, substituting all the values, we get the value of c as 4 plus minus root 7 by 3. Okay. Now, which of plus or minus, we have to decide which of these values lies within the range, that is 0 to 1. So, if I take plus, I will get approximate value of c that is greater than 1. If I take minus, I will get the value of c approximately within range 0 point something or something. So, I will select the minus value, and that value lies within the range 0 to 1. Another question was of Rolle's theorem. Ln of x square plus alpha upon 7x. This was the f of x, and the domain was given between 3 and 4. So, the third condition of Rolle's theorem, that f of a and f of b should be equal. So, f of 3 and f of 4 are equal. By taking that condition, we have to solve and find out the value of alpha first. That comes out to be 12. Okay. Once I get the value of alpha, I know what is f of x. Then you know how to apply the Rolle's theorem. Then we have to apply the Rolle's theorem, find out the value of c, differentiate it again to get the second derivative, and substitute that value of c. That the value of c comes out to be around root 12. So, you have to substitute that value in the second derivative, and I will get what is the required. In this question, f of x is given as x into cos inverse of sine of minus mod x. Now, if I need to remove cos inverse, I need cos inside it, right? So, how do we convert sine into cos? We know that sine theta is cos of pi by 2 minus theta. Okay. So, to write sine of minus mod x as cos of pi by 2 minus mod x. So, once I cancel cos and cos inverse, I will get f of x is equal to x into pi by 2 plus mod x. Okay. Now, I need to find the left hand as well as the right hand derivative of this function. Okay. So, for the left hand derivative, the function will be pi by 2 x minus x square, and for the right hand derivative, it will be pi by 2 x plus x square. If I differentiate it and substitute the value of x as 0, I can see both the derivatives comes out to be pi by 2. Okay. So, the derivative exists and it is equal to pi by 2. So, both the options for the first and the second is definitely wrong. Okay. Now, you can see from the derivative itself that the first derivative, if I substitute x equal to pi by 2 or in the first or the second, you can see one of the derivative comes out to be positive, the other is negative. Okay. The derivative, if the derivative is positive, the function is increasing. If the derivative is negative, the function is decreasing, and hence the function is increasing in the range 0 to pi by 2 and decreasing in the range minus pi by 2 to 0. Another question which was asked, which was finding out the slope of a tangent from the curve. Okay. Now, the curve is given, that is y square minus 3x square plus y plus 10 equal to 0. If I differentiate it, what I will get is dy by dx, that is the slope of a tangent. Okay. So, the slope of a tangent comes out to be 6x upon 1 plus 2y. Okay. Now, if this is the slope of a tangent, the slope of a normal will be negative reciprocal of it. Okay. So, the slope of the normal comes out to be minus of this value, minus 1 plus 2y upon 6x. Now, we know the slope of the normal, we also know the point of the normal. Okay. The normal passes through the point 0, 3 by 2. So, by substituting these values in the slope point form of the equation, and solving, I get y is equal to 1, and substituting this value of 1 in the given curve, what I'll get is x is equal to plus minus 2. Now, once I get these values of x and y, I can find dy by dx, that is the slope of the tangent.